everyone to Friday, and today's a little bit of a vlog because I'm getting things done just in case this hurricane decides to bring a lot of wind our way. As you can see, it's not very pretty outside. In fact, it's very muggy, wet, and lots and lots of trees, lots and lots of branches have fallen. This is what I like to say, the calm before the storm. So I'm going to get working on some projects, get some things harvested that are outside here, just in case we have all this torrential rain. So why do I do it with the torrential rain? Because heavy rain can ruin things, and heavy rain can ruin even the herbs. Now, I did harvested many of my seeds for my upcoming 10,000 subscriber giveaway, but I still have a lot of things I need to work on. So first thing we're going to do today is we're going to go in the canning garage. I need to cut up some of these spring onions because I need to dehydrate them. I really don't want to be worried about dehydrating things and all of that when we're in the middle of a big storm and they need to get dried because they're starting to go bad. So follow me in the canning garage and we'll get working on that project. So what I'm going to do is I take a scissors and I'm just going to cut the greens, and this is what we dehydrate. And I use it just like I would chives. So let me get my camera pan down and I'll show you how we do it. Cut off the tops here that are wilted. I'm cutting them into the bowl that I have on the floor. This is my favorite thing to dehydrate. So what I do is I just cut them off like this, and it really has the flavor of chives. And they will dry extremely fast. Now, you don't want to have any of them that are wilted or any of them that look like they're going bad. Like this one here is really wilted, so we won't keep that. I cut them up really coarsely. That doesn't matter because they will dry really fast. Now I can either leave them like that or I can put them in my food processor for just a few seconds. What you can do with the ends of these is you put them in a bowl with a little bit of water and it will grow new growth. So that's what I like to do. I like to take the ends of these, as you see the roots on them, put them in a little bowl of water and have new growth on them. So I'll put them in my bowl down here on the floor. Now they cost me $1.19 per bag. Now the ends of them where you see more of the flesh, you want to cut that finer because they will not dehydrate as easy. So we want to make sure the ends of these are cut much finer than the leaf part. And these are, once again, spring onions. Now, some of you will notice that I'm working rather quickly. I have a lot to do today. I have about 4 hours of grapes I need to harvest before all of this heavy rain and this heavy wind comes. So I'm trying to get everything done as quickly as I can. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the other bag. All the spigots to my rain barrels, and I'm going to have them totally emptied. That way I have fresh, clean water. This has been a really wet summer, so I have always had as plenty of water as I can use. But we are going to empty this totally So that way when the good heavy rain comes, it will not only clean out the water barrel, that way when the rain comes, it not only will clean out the water barrel, it also will replenish it with fresh, clean water. Some of this water has been in here for about 6 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I shared with many people the reason why I use this watering can up here, because this collects the water, all the sediment goes into the bottom of this, and the clean water comes out the spout into the rain barrel. I have to go ahead and dump it. And I'm going to show you really what it looks like. This water pitcher. Inside it is all that mucky debris. That would go into my water barrel if I didn't have this. So I empty this as well. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I know for sure I'm going to be getting a lot of water. No matter where that hurricane goes, I will be affected with a lot of rainfall. Okay, we got to go to the other water barrel and we have to do the same thing with that. I bet you're wondering, well, why am I wasting so much water? To be honest with you, I don't have any way to store this water. So, and this water, like I said, has been sitting here for a couple weeks. So instead of putting more and more Clorox in it, I'm going to run it out so I have clean water. This really works well. And I'll get a watering can and I'll put on top of here as well. So both of them are running. Now let's go down and let's get working on the chore. One thing I'm really thankful about is that this all happened now, this time of year. If this would have been 6 weeks ago, I would have been really devastated because I had a lot of things in the garden. But a lot of my things are harvested. All of my food is but sweet potatoes that my daughter has, which should be fine. But the grapes. We are going to be redoing all of the grape arbors. And we waited until after this harvest because we had a huge grape harvest. Now, in a perfect setting, I would not be harvesting these grapes yet because not all of them are ripe. But more of them are ripe than aren't, and I have to get them because this heavy rain will just make them horrible. The grape arbor is falling apart, and I know for a fact it will be laying on the ground by the time this storm is over. So I'm going to show you what we're working on. This is going to take a long time, but this is really, really important to me. So here you go, my friends, is the disaster area of my grape arbor. Now this grape arbor served its purpose now for over 7 years, but as you can see, the weight of the grapes is just really on it and it's basically almost falling down. So now I got to go through all of these grapes. I'm going to harvest all of them. The really, really ripe grapes we're going to use for juice, and the grapes that aren't quite as ripe we're going to use for jelly. It will probably take me about 2 hours per side. So, time to get started. My hubby promised me that if I harvest the grapes, he'll go ahead and take them off the stem and we will sort them together. So, I guess it's time to start harvesting them. I haven't been looking forward to this because it is a lot of work, but it has to get done and I don't have a choice right now. So because I'm going to be taking this down, and I'm going to be cutting them way down to the major trunk. I don't really care if the leaves get all cut off. Now I'm going to look and see if there's some that have a whole branch like this that aren't ripe. I'm going to keep them on in hopes that maybe they'll still ripen. But we're going to get working on this. We're going to get as much as I can while I'm still able to. So I'll get back to you when the first row is finished. All right, as you can see, this side of the grape arbor is actually laying over. I pushed it over so I was able to harvest the grapes better. This is all going to be taken down. We're going to burn this wood. We're going to actually make a grape arbor for next year that is really strong and sturdy. So I really don't care how the lattice looks. So I did the first side. I left a lot of grapes hanging because, quite honestly, a lot of the grapes aren't ripe. And it's no use I go ahead and harvest them when maybe there's a chance that they will ripen and the rain won't destroy them. So I did that first arbor, and I got one 5-gallon bucket. Now I'm going to go over and do the other side of it. I'm going to push the arbor back this way so I can get the other side of it, and I'll probably have another 5-gallon bucket. And there's probably at least another 10 gallons on this arbor. So I'm just hoping that they will mature here and I can use them as well. All right. So there you go. That is a little bit of what I'm working on today with my grape arbor. And I'll be doing a video coming up of where I make my juice and my jelly. So from my home to yours, take care everyone, stay safe. Stay out of the path of that horrible hurricane, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.